Rackspace is first and foremost a service company. We really have discovered that unlike most service providers, if you compensate and bonus your operations staff on the customer's satisfaction of their client base, you get a very different kind of behaviour than you typically find in IT services organisations. And that very different kind of behaviour is something we call fanatical support. And fanatical support is kind of the secret sauce of Rackspace. So today we provide IT services and provide fanatical support for customers with a traditional dedicated hosting service. And we currently operate about 55,000 dedicated servers for our customers with fanatical support. In addition to that, we provide cloud computing services, a range of different cloud services, and that currently generates about 10% of our revenue. And according to Tier 1 research, we're number 2 in the market for infrastructure as a service, cloud computing. So we're number 2 to Amazon. And that's really a key part of how customers today are evolving their use of IT services, beginning to use the cloud and beginning to integrate the cloud with their traditional dedicated managed hosting into what we're calling hybrid computing models, but maybe the terminology will change over time. So the main thing that we're talking about this year at Internet World is No More Servers. And No More Servers is really an evolution in the way that users are consuming IT services. Now, it's not saying that there won't be servers behind the services that we provide. It's really saying that increasingly users of business IT are choosing to buy computing as a service instead of upgrading and replacing their in-house servers. And there's a lot of sense behind that because it really means that they can scale their IT use in line with the needs of their business. So when there's a sudden upturn in business, they don't need to suddenly go along to their sources of finance, their bank, their shareholders, and ask for additional capital budgets. But they're simply able to go to a service provider and say, I need additional resource, get it online in this time frame, and I don't want to pay any more in terms of capital, I just want to rent this resource. So this is an increasing trend, and it spans both the need for dedicated hosting, which is typically all about highest security, greatest robustness, highest levels of availability. And it also is increasingly part of the whole cloud computing initiative or movement that we've seen spanning really the whole of the IT services industry. So it's more important than ever nowadays for your business to be focusing on what makes you really unique, really developing your market, developing your products. And there's really no reason to be doing the very generic things that organizations have traditionally been obliged to do, buying, installing servers, making sure they're operating, looking after them 7/24. Those are generic to all organizations and won't really do much to make your organization specifically more competitive or more compelling to your customers. And it's really that focus on creating value for your shareholders or your sources of finance that is driving this No More Servers movement. So if you're interested in looking at ways to reduce your capital expenditure and also your operational expenditure, if you're looking at saving money in those ways, doing away from the need of actually acquiring new servers and employing staff 7/24, then please come and talk to us. We're very happy to share some ideas. I think it could be quite a thought-provoking discussion to talk about this whole new No More Servers movement that we're seeing really transforming the way that business users are consuming IT.